Claude just dropped a feature that literally lets it take over your Mac and do things for you. I'm talking opening apps, clicking buttons, sending emails, going through your photos, all on its own. And the craziest part, you don't even have to be sitting at your computer. I tested this with 4 real tasks from my actual workflow, and honestly, some of these felt like magic. Especially the one where Claude went through my photos, found a specific receipt, read the total, and then sent it to me on my iMessage. How insane is that? So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what this feature is, how to set it up, and then walk you through all the 4 things that I tested so you can see how it actually works in real life. Let's get started. Okay, so here's the deal. Anthropic just released something called computer use for Claude, and it's actually what it sounds like. Claude can now use your computer. This lives inside the Claude desktop app on your Mac, so if you've got the Claude desktop app downloaded, you can now enable computer use under the Co-work tab. Once you do that, Claude can literally take over your screen. It can open iMessage and send a photo, dig through Apple Photos to find a receipt, create a note in Apple Notes, find a file in Finder, and then email it. Anything you would do with your mouse and keyboard, Claude can now do it for you. It does this by taking screenshots of your screen, figuring out what's on it, and deciding what to do next. Step by step, app by app, just like you would do. Except you don't have to be there. Now, opening apps and clicking around on your Mac is already pretty cool when you're sitting at your desk. But what makes this really powerful is being able to do all of this when you are away. If you saw my video on dispatch, I'll link it up here. You already know that you can send messages to your Claude desktop app from your phone while you are away. Combine that with computer use, and the possibilities are kind of endless. Your computer just needs to be on. Right now, this is available as a research preview for Claude Pro and Claude Max subscribers on macOS, but Windows is not supported yet, but it's probably coming out soon. Now, let me show you how to get started. Setting this up is really straightforward. You need the latest version of Claude desktop app on your Mac. Make sure you're on a Pro or Max plan. Open the Claude desktop app, go to Settings, under Desktop App section, General tab, enable computer use feature. You may have to give accessibility and screen recording permissions for Claude. Now you're pretty much set up to use the feature. Now, to use computer even when you're away, that is the dispatch feature. Make sure you have dispatch set up too by tapping on the dispatch button and following the instructions there. Alright, now let me show you what it can actually do, because this is where it gets really fun. Okay, so here's the first thing that I tried. I had an invoice sitting in my downloads folder, a PDF called invoice_0006.pdf, and I needed to send it to someone. I was not at home, so instead of waiting till I get back home to send this invoice email, I told Claude through dispatch, go to my downloads folder, find the file called invoice_0006.pdf and send it as an email to this specific email address using Apple Mail. And Claude just did it. If you're on your computer, you can literally see Claude doing the work for you. It opened Apple Mail, created a new email, attached the PDF, typed in the email address, and then sent it. I don't have to sit at my Mac. I didn't have to open anything. I just sent one message from my phone and the invoice was delivered. That's the kind of thing that normally interrupts your whole day of work, and now it just takes 5 seconds. This one is so practical. So I was out shopping and I saw a product that I wanted to take a look into later. I took a photo and then sent it to myself on iMessage, just like you normally would to save something for later. But instead of just leaving it buried in my message, I opened Claude on my phone and said, go to my iMessages, find the photo that I sent to myself, look at it, pull out all the details like the product name, the price, and the store, and create a new note in Apple Notes with all of that organized. And Claude went in, found the photo in iMessage, read everything in it, and created a clean, organized note in Apple Notes with all the details. By the time I got home, the notes was just sitting there, synced to all my devices and ready to go. Think of how many photos that you send to yourself that are just sitting there in your messages. Now imagine Claude turning each one into an actual useful note. That's a game changer. Okay, this one blew my mind. I was trying to account for how much I spent at this restaurant called Greenleaf Cafe. I knew I had taken a photo of that receipt, but I had no idea when or where it is in my camera roll. So I told Claude, open Apple Photos, find the receipt photo from Greenleaf Cafe, tell me what the total was, and send me that receipt on iMessage. And it worked. Claude opened my Apple Photos, searched through my library, found the receipt, read the total from the photo, told me the amount, and then sent the photo to me on iMessage, so I had it right there on my phone. Like, it literally went through my photos, visually identified a receipt, read the numbers on it, and then sent it back to me. All from one message on my phone. Now, this is a simple search that I could have done myself by searching in my phone gallery, but think of the possibilities. Claude can do so much more complex, time-consuming tasks, cross-reference with web use, and give you more detailed deliverables without any interference from you. Okay, this last one is something that I think everybody can use. You know that thing where you can check your calendar the night before and think, okay, I should probably prep for tomorrow's meeting, but then you don't because it feels like too much work. So I told Claude, check my calendar for tomorrow's meetings, then open Apple Notes and draft an agenda for each one. Claude opened up my calendar, looked at what meetings I had scheduled for the next day, and then for each meeting, it created a new note in Apple Notes with a drafted agenda. It looked at this meeting titles, the attendees, any notes that were already there, and used all of that to put together a real agenda. Not just a list of bullet points, an actual structured agenda. I woke up the next morning and all my meeting prep was done, just sitting there in Apple Notes. That one genuinely saved me time, and I've been using it very often. Now, if you're following AI news, you know that this is closely replicating what OpenClaw can do. Perplexity Computer did something similar. Claude is approaching this in a slightly different way, but I would put it this way. OpenClaw is like a public service. Everything is exposed with little boundaries. Claude Computer use is everything local. Nothing leaves your computer. It's a human personal assistant doing your work on your machine. Now, what if this personal assistant has gone rogue? It can do anything on your machine with your data. That is a little scary, and I do acknowledge that risk, but this is the closest that an AI could automate doing your tasks for you. Nevertheless, the possibilities are endless, and I'm looking forward to it, of course, with more guardrails. So that's computer use. Let me know in the comments which example was your favorite, or if there is something that you would want Claude to do on your Mac. I'm curious to hear what you come up with. If you found this video helpful, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one. This is Anjana. Bye-bye.